Fastest man in the field, Daniel Bailey of Antigua, goes in lane 4. Fastest time in the world this year, incidentally, 9.91 by one Usain Bolt. That was in Manchester in the UK during a street 150 metres race some 3 weeks ago. Bolt there producing what was the world best 150 metres, and looking, despite a damp, cool evening in the north of England, looking very, very sharp indeed. So the athlete's only just stripping off. It's not a hot afternoon, it's a nice temperature though. I would imagine something like 18, 19 degrees here in Berlin.
She is a much, much better athlete.
Well, who will be the best athlete? These 9 men in the men's 100 metres. There's Ronald Pognon, a man who at 26 seems to have seen the best of his sprinting career. He set the European indoor record 3 years ago. An astonishing run in Germany, but he hasn't been able to produce that form outdoors. The Frenchman in 1. Samuel Francis of Qatar goes in lane 2, holds the Asian record from 2 years ago at 9.99. But this year, outside 10.2. James Dasayolu of Great Britain in very good form, the 21-year-old, a relatively new name, 10.09 already this year, and that is a new personal best. He's in 3. Daniel Bailey of Antigua, the fastest in the field this year with 9.99. He's the 3rd quickest man in the world this season. He's the training partner of one Usain Bolt. Obviously the form, the magic powder Usain Bolt has been washing off. Ray Edwards goes in lane 5 for the USA. Personal best in his last race. That was on the 1st of June, what, a couple of weeks ago. 10.02. He's a late developer. 28 years old now, Ray Edwards. Mark Burns of Trinidad and Tobago goes in lane 6. 7th in the World Championships 2 years ago and 7th in the Olympic Games last year. But he did take a bronze in 2006 at the Commonwealth Games. Already quite a busy season under his belt. In lane 7, another Briton, Simeon Williamson, one of the up-and-coming Britons, European Under-23 champion in 2007 and the World Student Games champion in that same season. Just missed out on the medals at the European Indoors in Turin last March, Williamson. And then the German, Stefan Schwab, German indoor champion this year. He's only 22, but already a personal best this season of 10.19. Can he move on yet further here up against a tough field for an athlete of his experience? And completing the lineup, Frenchman Marshall Banjo, European Cup 2nd placer in the last 2 years. He really does raise his game come that particular competition. He hasn't been able to reproduce it when it matters most. A semi-finalist in the Olympic Games over 200 metres in Banjo. But Bailey there is the form man. He goes in 4. Ray Edwards in 5 is a 10.02 man this year. Very little between them. And Mark Burns, well, on paper, looking at personal best, the quickest in the field, 9.96. Indeed, there are no less than 4 men in this field who have broken 10 seconds. Mike Rogers of the USA holds the world's quickest time in a 100-metre race, 9.94, as opposed to Bolt's 9.91 in that 150 metres in Manchester. So Pognon 1, Francis 2, Dasayolu 3, Bailey 4, Edwards 5, Rowan 6, Williamson 7, Schwab and Banjo complete the lineup. That was Simeon Williamson, no doubt at all. A powerful man. He's a huge lad, Simeon. Goes in lane 7 for Great Britain. And coming up early there. Should that be done next week, for example, at the European Teams Championship, it would result in disqualification. The rules are being experimented with in the sport of track and field athletics in various formats. It is certainly 3/4 full, this arena, maybe more.
Will be very interesting to see how James Dasayolu of Great Britain goes as a newcomer, a new face, and with a time that really could impress in this. But Bailey, as you say, is on paper the favourite. He's only 22. We seem to think of him a little bit older than that, but he's only 22, 9.99.
So they're blocked for their 2nd time. Then one full start from Britain's Simeon Williamson, lane 7 in this men's 100 metres. Ronald Pognon, France in 1. Samuel Francis of Qatar in 2. Then the Briton James Dasolu in 3. He's in very good form, the youngster. Daniel Bailey, the fastest in the field for Antigua, in 4. Ray Edwards of the USA in 5. Personal best in his last race. In 6, Mark Burns of Trinidad. Williams in 7. Schwab 8 for Germany. And Van Jock in lane 9 for France. Well, there was a twitch in the blocks there, but they've gone away anyway. Going forward, lane 4 going well at the moment is Bailey. Bailey leading, coming through well is Williamson in 7. Very tight for 2nd and 3rd. Bailey takes it. I think Williamson may have taken 2nd there in lane 7. Perhaps Ray Edwards in lane 5 taking 3rd place. 10.02. And that with a 1.4-metre wind. Apparently, I would imagine an athlete of Daniel Bailey's calibre will be delighted with the win, but somewhat disappointed with the time. Couldn't break 10 seconds despite quite a strong following wind in that Golden League event, but good run there from Simeon Williamson for 2nd place.
A disappointment there for James Dasolu, who pulled up about 10 metres from the line. We'll check on that in a minute when we go to the slow motion. But Bailey came into here as the favourite, and we'll have a little look and see what happened in the final stages of that race in a moment. Bailey, but just behind Usain Bolt in Spain recently. Let's have a look at this. Bailey gets away very, very well. Williamson, the big fella, 3 from the left. Watch Dasolu in lane 3. I think he pulls. I think it's him. Yes, he goes there. Williamson gets 2nd, and it's very tight for 3rd place. Quite right, but that was a solid piece of running. And good run by Williamson, 10.03, the winning time. Looks to be on.
Daniel Bailey winning the 100 metres in 10.03 with that quite strong following wind. Williamson in 2nd, Mark Burns in 3rd.